You know, it's funny. Sometimes the most profound secrets, the most complex little universes, are hidden in the smallest of things. Today, we're going to dive into an ancient example that puzzled people for centuries and explore how modern science, of all things, finally cracked the code. So, this is the big question, right? When this example first came up, over 1400 years ago, people were just baffled. They wondered, why on earth would an all powerful creator use something so common, so seemingly insignificant as a mosquito to teach a lesson? And look, people weren't just thinking this quietly. The source material tells us that skeptics were openly questioning it. I mean, to them, it just seemed beneath the creator of the entire cosmos to be talking about a lowly little insect. This debate actually sets the stage for a really deep discovery. Okay, so here is the verse itself, and it makes a really bold statement, almost directly responding to that skepticism. But pay attention, because it has two parts that are absolutely crucial for our little investigation. First, the mosquito, and second, this very specific, very strange phrase, or what is above it. Just keep that in the back of your mind. For hundreds of years, the answer was basically hiding in plain sight. And to unlock it, we actually had to switch gears, moving from ancient texts to the modern laboratory, waiting for the technology that would finally let us see what was always there, but invisible. And that is exactly what happened. Modern science took the humble mosquito and put it under the microscope. And what they found wasn't just some simple pest. Oh no, it was a world of breathtaking complexity, like a piece of precision-engineered machinery. Okay, check this out. This is where our whole idea of a simple insect just falls apart. A mosquito has an advanced visual system to lock onto you. It's got a heat sensor, kind of like infrared goggles, that lets it find the warmth of your skin in total darkness. And its sense of smell, it's so powerful it can pick up on your sweat from super far away. This thing isn't just a bug, it's a highly sophisticated hunter. And when it finds you, that little needle it uses is anything but simple. We think of it as a single straw, right? But the reality is so much cooler. It's more like a microscopic, multi-tool surgical kit. So let's just walk through this for a second. First, it injects you with a local anesthetic so you don't even feel the prick. Then it uses a whole set of tiny blades to pierce your skin. And get this, it can even analyze your blood to see if you're its preferred type. Third, it secretes a chemical to keep your blood from clotting up. And only then, as the final step, does it actually draw the blood. So every single mosquito bite is actually a complex 4-stage medical procedure. Wild, right? As amazing as all that is, it really only explains the first half of the puzzle, the mosquito itself. But what about that mysterious phrase, what is above it? Well, the most stunning part of this whole story was still waiting to be discovered. And that brings us to the final clue. That phrase from 1400 years ago, fama fokaha, in the original Arabic, which translates to, or what is above it. For centuries, this was just an enigma. What in the world could that possibly mean? And here it is, the answer, only visible with our most powerful modern microscopes. Scientists discovered that the mosquito isn't flying solo. It often carries another, even smaller life form, a tiny organism that lives literally on its body, physically above it, a creature living on top of a creature we already thought was tiny. And this is where the genius of the language just clicks into place. That Arabic phrase, fama fokaha, has an absolutely stunning dual meaning. On one hand, it can mean what is greater than it, and we just saw the mosquito's incredible complexity. But it can also literally mean what is physically on top of it or above it. The single discovery of this tiny parasite living on the mosquito perfectly fulfills both meanings at the same time. So let's bring it all back. Let's connect these dots back to that original question from so long ago. What was the whole point of this example? Well, the answer is all about the journey from what we think is simple to the complexity that's actually there. This slide really just lays it all out, doesn't it? What people assumed was just a simple, worthless bug was revealed to be a whole universe of complexity. What they saw as a questionable example was actually a profound challenge to all of us. Look deeper. Don't ever be satisfied with just what's on the surface. When you think about it, this was more than just a statement. It was an invitation to be curious, to explore, and to discover. It posed a riddle that humanity couldn't solve for centuries, just waiting until our own technology was finally advanced enough to find the answer. In the end, the example of the mosquito and what lies above it is just this powerful reminder. It kind of suggests that if this much unbelievable detail and purpose can be packed into a creature so small, then what other wonders are just waiting to be discovered all around us? It really makes you wonder, what other secrets are just hiding in plain sight?